It's week 4, and we've got an NFC North showdown. The Bears are looking for their 6th win in their last 7 games against the Lions. But we've got 2 new quarterbacks under center. The action is right around the corner on EA Sports.
Bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerge from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with the Detroit Lions. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the new-look Lion offense here in 2021, led by their quarterback in his first season in Detroit after 5 in L.A., Jared Goff.
In his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
Goff on first down. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
Now a first down throw. Gone. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. And, Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one because, to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out, finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them, and we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Goff. Open man is Raymond. He's got it. And he is going to have a Lions first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. On first down, it's Goff. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Again, Goff. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
And a fresh start for DeAndre Swift and his teammates with this brand-new coaching staff. And they believe he can be a 3-down back. They want to get him in space against linebackers. 46 catches his rookie year. They expect that number to get into the 60s.
3rd and 2, Goff. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
That throw is not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. Third down conversion here is big. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. Here's Goff. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is Jakeem Grant. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Bears offense ready to go to work here for the first time. Leading them out, the 11th overall pick of the 2021 draft, Justin Fields out of Ohio State.
And what a performance in his last game. A couple of touchdown passes. That was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. They'll roll him out right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. First carry now for David Montgomery. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. They're already trailing here in this first quarter. Last thing they needed was to cough the football. Well, they coughed it up, but luckily for them, it went out of bounds.
Yeah, still a long way to go, but when you're losing, every possession takes on a little bit more importance, doesn't it? And in that case, they almost made this game a lot more difficult for themselves by turning it over. Fortunate there. In 2021 in the draft, the first tight end off the board, Florida's Kyle Pitts at number 4 to Atlanta. The first tight end taken in 2020 was this guy, Cole Kmet, number 43 overall. Really started to come on late last season. A good grab there for a first down. And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
On 1st down, it's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll go option on second down, right side. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And the Bears are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. First and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Now it's Fields. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Justin Fields, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Defensively, they told us that the top priority was defending option plays this week, but here on the very first drive, the defense broke down a bit.
It certainly did, and it's really not a surprise because defending option football is difficult. You have to think too much. Most of the time, you just react to what you see and you play fast. Here you're reacting, you're processing. Do I have the back? Do I have the quarterback? Who do I take? Do I take on a blocker? And next thing you know, he's in the end zone.
Khalif Raymond now. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
He was brought down at the 26.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
On 1st and 10, Goff. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw complete there to St. Brown. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Back to throw, Goff. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Well, Nichols able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. For the NFC's Pro Bowl punter a year ago, Jack Fox on to punt for the Lions. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Bears take over. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Charles Harris just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing second and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
Now Fields. Dancing to his left. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. Play action. It's Fields. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To the air again, Fields. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
Here's Khalif Raymond to return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now Goff on 1st down. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. To throw on 2nd and 10. Goff. He'll get this off to Swift. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Goff. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. He's going to take another shot here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Jack Fox now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears going to get one more possession in this first half. And with a 2-point lead in hand, they may not do anything too aggressive here. Just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Deep ball for Goodwin. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful to get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit, but first let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll begin up at US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, and they're drawing close to halftime with the Vikings out on top. Justin Jefferson, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. From there, let's head to Philly to see what's happening with the Eagles. And that one's at halftime with the visiting Chiefs out on top. Patrick Mahomes, a touchdown pass, but it's the defense that's been the story as they're pitching the shutout thus far. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Tennessee Titans. Ryan Tannehill looking good. 2 touchdown passes. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Lions, and they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first 2 quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they had a little more success than their counterparts did in the passing game, as evidenced by the numbers there. Both these teams getting a chance to dry out, maybe change their cleats if need be, but halftime's just about over. Time to get back to it. And for the call of the second half, here's Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here comes Justin Fields and the rest of the Bears offense. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, well, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. That's caught inside the 20. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A huge play there for Chicago. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. flushed out right. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. They've already been on record as saying, hey, if our rookie quarterback's going to tuck it and run on a scramble, we kind of hold our breath. Well, that was a maybe no, yes, as he's able to get into the end zone.
Are you saying he's got to learn where the line is about whether you keep your eyes downfield trying to find a receiver or you tuck it and go? And I think there's going to be some growing pains with that. I think in this case, he made the right decision.
And we know he's got the speed. He showed it there. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So we're going to look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially. But you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he gets us up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Goff now looks to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And the ball is knocked out. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession. Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
On second down, Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Goff. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Yeah, yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. From the gun, here's Fields. And here he's got Grant. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Here's Fields. He finds his man, complete. That's Grant. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Steps away to his left. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. That is hauled in by Jimmy Graham. Touchdown Bears. Jimmy Graham. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Now the point after try for Santos. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. From way up at the 23. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
On 1st down, gone. Throw caught by Raymond. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. Now it's gone. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Now a 1st down throw. Gone. Open man is Raymond. He's got it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Goff on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. There he goes left side. And they will score a pick-6 for Bears touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. Raymond now on the return. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And Detroit back in possession of the football. And that last pick-6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly. In search of redemption from the pick-6. Goff. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. Robert Quinn able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. The trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. Fields now to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. This is caught inside the 15. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Fields being chased out left. And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Raymond now on the return. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. So here come the Lions now. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On 1st and 10, Goff. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Throwing again on 2nd down. Goff. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Goff. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Gone. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play there for Detroit. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you? Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Extra point try now for Patterson. And that'll cut the lead down to 22. That time a 6-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Eluding the pressure right, and he'll just get rid of it.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Fields. Forced out to his left. His throw incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu, and the Lions will take over possession here up at the 44. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Let's just be frank, they're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. On first down, it's gone. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. And he wants Reynolds way downfield. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Josh Reynolds, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So Goff will lead his guys up to the line to go for the 2-point conversion. Goff looking to throw. And incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw there complete to Mooney. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's Fields. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play. You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
To the air again, Fields sliding out of the pocket. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short.
Touchdown, Bears! Jakeem Grant, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Raymond now on the return. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bears, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings.